Alright. I guess we're gonna start while you're... I don't even know what you're doing.
I'm working.
Yeah.
Work?
What the Are you rolling up a little piece of ball? Like...
Yeah.
Oh, that's... Damn, you're gonna roll that whole thing?
Not the whole thing. I'm just gonna need all that.
Alright. First episode. Parental advisory.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Hi.
High as... High as a kite?
Then giraffe pussy.
I'm getting high. What was that song? That Michael Jordan song back in the day? I'm feeling fly like the wind.
That's not a Michael Jordan song.
Isn't it? But they used it. They used it a lot in like his commercials. I remember. That's what I finally remember.
No, you remember that from Space Jam.
Space Jam.
That's what you remember.
But they had commercials with the Looney Tunes on them. That was like one of the theme commercials, like him flying, and it was like a McDonald's commercial. I remember.
It's Fly Like an Eagle.
Fly like an eagle. I'm gonna fly like... That's a good song, bro. So JServe, what's going on?
I'm just out here, dog. Chilling, figuring out how to get this money, this shmoney.
Get this money, man.
Dope is out right now.
Dope.
Dope is has gotten, like the plays are the plays, but what I love about the plays is that they're all natural plays. They're all genuine plays.
So is it what? How many songs are on there?
It's just 3 tracks.
It's 3 tracks.
It's under 8 minutes.
Has there ever been what's the shortest album you know of from a famous rapper? For me, I remember I got a T.I. vs. T.I. Pip album, and it had like 8 songs on there. I think that's the lowest I've ever seen a album have.
Oh, like an album.
Or a mixtape if you want to put it in. Like...
Mixtapes, yeah. Like Currency has one with just 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's if that's like a little trend, you know?
See, like for me, the concept was because it all revolved around the shirt.
Oh, a shirt?
The shirt is what gave me the idea for the tape.
Okay, explain. So, like, what? You had a shirt?
Remember that picture you took of me in the pier?
Right.
That's the cover.
Oh, okay.
I just took it through some filters and did some shit and edited it and then just put all the graphics up.
Okay.
And then so the track, it was gonna be called Dope, and then the songs were just gonna be called what the songs were named. But then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make it like a little concept thing. It's just like Dope. And then the songs are gonna be a dope verse, a dope freestyle, and then a dope song.
Okay. I like the concept, but like, has there ever been an album that, like that, a famous album that had like 5 songs, 6 songs? Do you remember? Do you know of any?
I don't know.
Off the top of your head?
I mean, maybe probably some old school rock bands from like the '60s, some shit like that.
Yeah.
5, 6 songs. Just because of recording capabilities and.
Plus, it's a rock song. I would assume that it's different than a rap album. The stamina that you have to do for like all those fucking songs. Plus, I would assume if you're gonna go on a world tour based off your album, like I'm guessing every time a rapper or even a musician comes out with a new album, they go on a tour based off the album, do the songs.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that for rock, like how many songs can they do in a concert? Like, what's the normal?
It's as far as sets go. I mean, the average is about 2 hours. 90 minutes is what a show is.
Shit.
Average, so 2 hours.
It's a lot for a fucking rock show.
Springsteen apparently goes for like 3 hours.
I've never been to a rock concert ever. I've never been to a concert until the Currency event.
That was your first concert ever?
Yeah. Never. Let me track that. My mom did take me to a concert. I forgot. It was a famous Spanish singer. He was like, he came to Florida for the first time ever. He was doing. He was retiring. I remember I was like maybe 10 years old.
Do you remember any of the music?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember shit about it. I just remember it was at the arena by the Sawgrass, the Bank Atlantic, I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
Where the Panthers play.
What kind of music?
It was salsa merengue. I do not remember the fucking the name of the musician, but like,
Whack.
you know, it was they were there for a long time. I would say maybe 3 hours.
Yeah, it's like there's Spanish artists. Like those were actually the first concerts that I went to.
Yeah.
Legit. I actually have I remember every time because at the house, you've seen it probably in my closet. When you walk in my closet, at the wall right there,
Yeah.
there's a little charcoal self-portrait of me.
Oh yeah, I've seen
A little
that.
portrait of me.
About,
So
yeah.
that was for me.
That was before they were able to take pictures.
Exactly. They it's from 2001.
Sure it is.
That that's when I went to
1945.
that's when I went to can you just relax and eat your 6th burger, snack that you have for the day? So
We don't have enough burgers here. See, if we had video, this would be better.
well, we'll get there regardless. So where were we?
You had gotten this portrait.
Oh right, I saw Luis Enrique there. There was like a fair that they were having down there. I think it was like the Miami-Dade County Fair or something like that.
Yeah.
Dade County Fair or Calle Ocho. I forget what it was. No, I think it was the Dade County Fair actually. And we went and I saw Luis Enrique and I remember being stoked about that. Then I also saw Ray Ruiz before Calle Ocho.
See, I've been to Calle Ocho, but I've never gotten into the spots where there's a concert. Like Part 96, I'd pass them. Mind you, there was always a humongous ass line just to even get to the stage. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go get something to eat. Fuck it.
Shocker.
Yeah. I was more into like, oh, they got anticuchos over there? Let me go get one of those.
You like anticuchos?
I love anticuchos.
I don't like beef heart like that.
I mean, you can not use beef heart.
I know.
But anticuchos is
Well,
beef heart.
anticuchos
Yeah,
is
it's
beef
beef heart.
heart.
Yeah, but I love that shit. That shit is great.
Yeah, no, fuck that shit, dog. I'm trying to eat the heart of anything.
I'm trying to eat the heart of the burro.
Yeah, well, you are an ass.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, like Calle Ocho. Is Calle Ocho even still going on?
Yeah.
Maybe because I got older, I don't give a shit.
It's
Is that it's more of a younger
event? No, I still fuck with Calle Ocho every once in a while.
I went 3 years in a row, and then after that, I went when I was, I think, 16 or 17 with Dwayne, and like, wow, the amount of ass that was out there, holy shit.
Dog, it's crazy, like, them...
And everybody was freaky.
Them fucking...
It was crazy. Like, we would go, so like, what I liked about it, like, there was clubs everywhere, and they were open at like fucking, we got there at like
insane hours.
We got there at like 11. They're open at 11 o'clock. Serving beer at 11 o'clock in fucking Miami. So we're dancing, right, with these chicks. Mind you, we just went in there just to see what's going on, and chicks just came and grabbed us. Like, that's how it went. It was like,
these bitches were ugly, probably.
no, they're actually, that's the thing. There was a lot of good looking women there. Mind you,
Good whooping women?
Good whooping women.
You like to beat your girls, dog? I like to slap my hoes.
Good whooping.
I'll beat my hoes like I'll beat my meat.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle. Beating hoes, man. No, but no, we
do not condone the beating of women, especially women that are being sexually trafficked and prostituted.
Hey, that has nothing to do with us. That has nothing to do with us. We're not trafficking women. We'll probably watch a movie about trafficking women.
But on mute.
My bad. But on mute. But yeah, no, Calle was really dope. It was different because it was just for a young.
Else. I always call things like that like the new toy factor. It's like new toy, like new experience. Calle, like when I remember the first time I went down to Calle, like, and I intended to go to Calle, out of my own power, my own will.
So what you're saying that you've been to Calle before and you just you went there by accident?
No.
Like you went to go get Subway and then you're like, oh shit, I'm in Calle.
No, stupid. What I mean is like it was like me and I was the one controlling the trip to Calle. You know what I mean? It wasn't my parents are going to Calle and they're taking us along.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking? You know,
oh.
That type of shit. It's like I get to go to Calle now by myself. I have my own car now and shit. So we went, you know, had a good time. You know, same deal. Just tried to talk to girls and shit. All this other stuff. And we, you know, just
with your parents there?
No. This is just me and my boys.
Oh, about to say.
This is just me. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is the first time it's like me and my boys, and I'm the one that's just like, okay, I'm the one that says, you know, I have the car.
You're flying like an eagle, bro. You're flying free. But I will say that when it got to nighttime in Calle Ocho, it was like an aphrodisiac had just been lit. And the smell has just like took over the fucking streets because the women were like fucking. So I'll tell you a funny story.
What was the smell? Like what? Pussy?
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
They were fanning them out.
Yeah. They're giving it air.
They're giving it air. Wow. Oh God! It needed to air out. That's not a good sign.
No, they were attracting males, motherfucker. They were getting ready. It was like
the female humans.
Like let me put it like this. You remember that episode of Futurama? Remember that episode of Futurama with Zoidberg when he went back to
his... that narrows it down.
Yeah, that one episode out of 1,000 with Zoidberg.
You know that episode with Zoidberg?
It was Zoidberg when he went back to his home planet, and that's exactly what it was. Just like males just going, and women just running at them like.
Is this a dream? You sure this is not a dream?
No, what Calle have you been to? Like this is the 3 years I've gone to Calle. It's been like that. So. When it's a funny story. So me and Dwayne.
So this chick's getting raped. And
what? So this woman, we're walking, and this woman just like fucking out of nowhere,
just
comes
sucking dicks, bro.
No, she runs to this guy, right, and immediately turns around and then starts shaking her ass on him. I don't know if this woman knows this man. I don't know if she probably thought, yo, that guy looks good. I'm gonna put my ass on him, and just like when I mean bolted.
Hey, I salute her, yo.
When I mean bolted, she's in heels, right? And she took off like Usain Bolt, like doof, like I'm like, yo,
Usain Bolt,
like a track star, like a whole star. But yeah, so like we're just walking there. And mind you, for whatever reason, Dwayne's hands swelled up to like... So, like, I don't know if it was because maybe the smell of something was, like, allergic to him. But, like, we passed a small bodega that was, it had a barbecue in there. And, like, as soon as we passed it, his hands swelled up. It was the weirdest thing in the world. His hands swelled up, like, to the size of a pitcher's mitt.
Okay.
And it didn't go away until like we walked further away from that bodega. Like I don't know if there was voodoo going on there or something. His hands. Of
course, it's voodoo. It's not an allergic reaction. Immediately, it has to be voodoo.
I said allergic reaction before, but it was just so crazy that you would think it was some magic that was placed on him. His hands were just normal, and then he just out of nowhere was like, "My hands feel heavy."
Touch something.
It's like my hands feel heavy, and he like goes like this, and literally it's like, what the fuck? I don't know what it was, but you know, it was the craziest shit.
Mind you, accidentally ran his hand through some leaf or something.
It was the weirdest fucking night. There's women just like they don't give a fuck what's going on. My boy's hands are the size of pitcher's mitts. We don't know what the fuck's going on at this point. It's fucking 2 a.m. in the morning.
We're here trying to jack my lighter, bruh.
Bruh?
Trying to jack my lighter, bruh.
Who came up with that?
I did, bruh.
Who came up with bruh or bruh?
I mean, that's.
You'd have to imagine that it was.
That's like saying, yo, who came up with yo?
You'd have to imagine the person who came up with bruh had a shitty day. Fucking car broke down.
Bruh is like.
They gave him a ticket and he's like, bruh!
Bruh is like probably, you could probably trace bruh back to like. Shit.
The 1900s. When Sir Anthony Hamilton sunned and bred his brother.
Sir Anthony Hamilton?
Yeah.
Yeah? Singer, Anthony Hamilton?
Well, there had to be somebody called Sir Anthony Hamilton back in the day.
Sir Anthony Hamilton.
You think there's only one Anthony Hamilton in the world, bro?
I didn't say that there was one Anthony Hamilton, but there's definitely not a Sir Anthony Hamilton.
You don't know
that much horse shit.
You have no idea if there's
You are spewing turds out of your mouth, sir.
You think I'm spewing bullshit?
Fake news, nigga.
Bullshit.
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 Yeah, sensei of bullshit. Over here with your nonsense. But yeah.
Have you caught up with MMA at all? Like, what's the last fight you seen?
The last fucking fight I seen at all, period, was just the McGregor Mayweather fight.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I don't watch UFC like that, bro.
You don't even know.
I like the sport. I love the sport. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, I listen to the UFC and just Unleashed or whatever the fuck it's called. Podcast, and even then I only listen to it sparingly. I dig the sport, but I can't sit there and like fucking call,
You don't dig it enough to watch it.
No, I dig it enough to watch it, but like I watch the big ones. I watch
a lot of big ones have passed.
Yeah, I know, but it's more so just timing and everything like that, as far as when they came out.
Do you have a favorite in the UFC right now?
Right now, I don't know. I really couldn't tell you, to be honest with you.
Do you know anybody? Like, who do you know?
I'm not too familiar, to be honest with you.
Like who?
I'm not. I couldn't. I mean, I know GSP's back. Or was back.
No, he's back. He's back. No, he won.
He won, right?
Yeah, he beat Michael Bisping. And mind you, Michael Bisping fought 3 weeks later. He just fought last Saturday, against Kelvin Gastelum. I don't know if you know who that is, Kelvin Gastelum. He. Do you know who Tyron Woodley is, the champion?
Yes.
Kevin Gastelum fought Tyron Woodley, went to 3 rounds, and Tyron barely beat him. It was a great fight. Kevin Gastelum is an up and comer, very, very good. He's been having issues with his weight. He's missed. I want to say at least 2 fights he's missed weight. So they moved him up, I think, a weight class. I don't know if he was on a lower weight. I think he was at welterweight. And he moved up to middleweight. I think that's what he's at now. But yeah, he fought Michael Bisping on Saturday and just fucking broke him a new one. I mean, it was fucking terrible to watch. Like, it was a good fight in the beginning.
This just further proves you use too much leaf.
Why is that?
Because I just rolled this perfectly and made sure that the seam is not too much leaf, bro, and it's fucking perfect.
Okay. My shit's perfect too to me. But yeah, so he fought Michael Bisping and he just fucking lit him up, man. Like in the beginning of the fight, they were feeling it out.
I know a lot of names. I can tell you, I can probably rattle off a couple names.
Probably big famous guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Like an Anderson Silva.
No, Cowboy Cerrone, Mighty Mouse.
Oh, those are big names. Those are big names, guys.
So like,
Mighty Mouse is like the legend right now. He's like the number one legend because of what Bones Jones and Anderson.
Put some Mighty Mouse highlights,
Because of what Bones Jones and Bones Jones and Anderson Silva. Yeah, speaking of Anderson Silva, what a fall.
Doug.
Listen. I got into the sport of UFC because of Anderson Silva. I saw his first fight. I happened to see it. I was watching UFC because of a lot of people. They were watching The Ultimate Fighter, and that last fight just hooked everybody. It was an amazing fight.
Oh, Randy Couture was the one that got me into it.
Randy Couture, yeah, he's a good one.
Well, see, here's the thing. My brother used to do martial arts back in the day when he was, when he was younger. So he, they used to do a form of MMA. They called it All In. That's what it was called. So it was the same thing. It was MMA. The entire, so I heard about the, what do you call it? I knew about like Ken Shamrock and all those guys from back in the day, you know.
Obviously, I was shocked when I saw Ken Shamrock and he was in the
snap at you.
No, sorry. When I saw Ken Shamrock in the MMA, because I was like, oh shit, he really is a fucking martial artist.
Yeah, and it's funny. I had heard the name Ken Shamrock before from my brother, and then he joined the WWF.
Right. He had a big name for himself too.
Or was it the WCW?
No, I think it was the WWF at that time.
But yo, like, and then I realized, you know, because I came up watching boxing. You know, that's what you know, my dad, when we were kids, we would go over, you know, friends' house. They would take us over to friends of theirs house, and they would watch the fights.
That's how I got into boxing.
Me too.
My father would always take me to friends' houses to watch the fucking Mike Tyson fights. I saw a lot of Mike Tyson fights. I was there. I saw it live when he lost to Lennox Lewis, when he got knocked out.
I remember a lot of Macho Camacho fights.
Yeah.
A lot of Julio Cesar Chavez fights.
Yeah, I saw a lot. Oscar De La Hoya fights. I saw a lot of those too.
What was it? Tito Trinidad?
Oh, Trinidad?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trinidad was good.
Trinidad, De La Hoya. Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Vander Holyfield, you know, George Foreman.
The only George Foreman I ever caught was his very last one where he won.
Against Michael...
I forgot his name. But I that's the one and only I actually caught.
That's the one where he wins the belt. Didn't he win the belt?
And he retired right after. Something like that. He was old. He was in his 40s. I want to say late 40s. Early 40s?
Mid 40s, I want to say.
He looked old.
Like
he looked
44.
old. Tell you that much. He looked like an old man in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
He was, you know what I mean? It was different, like...
So wait, where's Mighty Mouse from?
I really don't know where he's from. I want to believe he trains out of,
You want to believe it?
Dwayne...
Ever so heartedly, bro. Maybe if you click your heels 3 times.
I think he goes out of, Ledwig's gym. I'm not sure, though, if he does.
See, you gotta have a thing, like a little tray thing that like swivels the keyboard, like kind of like for the mic,
right?
Or something for the keyboard that kind of like makes it swivel so that you can just like have it right up here and just.
Demetrius Johnson, he's from says here Madison, Kentucky. He's 5'3", 126, but for 5'3", 126, he'll knock you the fuck out.
Holding it down for the little dudes, yeah.
He's 31. So he's just entered his prime.
He's my age.
He's just entered his prime. And has only lost, I think, so far. I think he lost to Dominic Cruz, and I think he lost to TJ. Or did he beat TJ? I think he beat TJ Dillashaw the first time.
TJ Dillashaw, that's another name I've heard. Like I said, I've heard names because I listened to them.
TJ Dillashaw and Demetrius might fight. That might be the next fight. They were supposed to fight when Cody Garbrandt, who was the then champion of the bantamweight, he was he got injured. It was something with his back, really bad too. Like it was very bad. Like they said that he might not be able to fight anymore. Something with his lumbar, like, and you never want to fuck with that, including when you're a fighter, because you know one wrong submission and that shit's just gonna fuck you the fuck up. Sorry. And he was supposed to he got injured, so they needed to replace somebody. So they were gonna put TJ Dillashaw against Mighty Mouse, but he said no. he was gonna fight. And you know, a lot of people gave him flack for that because he's like, all right, so you don't want to fight the one guy who might give you a problem because he's just been cleaning out that division. Mind you, he's fought
Dillashaw?
Not Dillashaw, Demetrius. Yeah, he's been cleaning the flyweight division. Like he's fought some. Dobson was hard for him.
How many people are in that division?
The flyweight. I mean the flyweight division. I want to say 15 to 20 right now. Between those numbers, there's a lot of guys right now. There's a lot of guys that are really good. But some people are moving up into weight classes. Like John Dobson was a big contender to the flyweight, but I think a big reason why he moved up is because he lost again to Demetrius. So he's like, maybe I'll just try the next division. And you know, a lot of people have done that. Rafael dos Anjos just recently did that.
Now, one of the things that I like that Rogan's actually mentioned before is he think there should be a different weight class every 5 pounds.
His theory is that because he's a very big advocate about weight cutting. Mm-hmm. It's a really big problem.
Huge problem. So, I mean, the way these guys like sit there and dehydrate themselves and do that shit.
It's not as bad. It's still very bad, but it's not as bad now as it was before.
Oh God, yeah. Well, yeah. Now because we have more knowledge.
Not even 5 years ago. 5 years ago was terrible. You know what I mean? But they've done a lot. Like they used to have to weigh in. Like you see those, you know, the ceremonial weigh-ins that they do now, where it's like, oh well, you come in and it's You come in for the show, you know, you weigh in, but that's not really, it's just a ceremonial weigh-in. Mm-hmm. They're going to show the number that you weighed in the morning. See, they didn't used to do that. It used to be that whatever, they had to make the weight in the night, on Friday night, and then fight on Saturday. So it was weird, because they had to stay dehydrated or shit like that. That whole day. Mm-hmm. And it's better now because they do it right in the morning on Friday. Friday morning, boom, they're already... They're weighing in so that they have the day to rehydrate, to rest. So when the fight comes, because I would want to assume they put on weight before the fight. They don't really fight at that weight. I want to say let's say for like, the bantamweight is or the flyweight is 126. So if you're 126, right, you're gonna weigh in at 126, but are you going to weigh 126 the next day? You know, with water and everything, you're probably going to be 128, 129. Yeah. So I would assume they pack on a little bit more weight. So like, yeah, they really, like, his idea was that they should check your weight, test you and everything like 4 months or something, or three months before a fight, like a weight that you normally train at, and that would be your weight. That's what you're comfortable at. It's like there would be more belts, but like at the end of the day, you'd be cutting down. And he has a good idea because it would set up a lot better for super fights. Because the big reason why sometimes, like for the longest, why Anderson Silva never fought Bones Jones, because it was such a big weight gap. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Why GSP and Anderson Silva never fought because of the weight. You know.
You could set it up so you have more belts, right? Then you could do like a Champions League type shit. Then the champion of every weight class has a chance to go. You know, they can challenge the guy up. But I guess you would then have to set up some sort of point system, maybe. Yeah. For every win and loss.
I mean, I see the point that Joe makes. The only thing, to play devil's advocate for the other side, I would say
that's what playing devil's advocate is. You know?
Yeah, I'm just dumbing it down for the other people.
He just called y'all stupid, just for the record, y'all.
Yeah, just keep that straight up. There's some dumb people in this world. You gotta lay it out there for them. Yeah. I'm sorry.
So anyway.
So you what I would say is, it would be harder to promote more fighters, wouldn't it, for a company, including a company that
not so much more fighters. Because you're using the same amount of fighters.
Right, but right now, this company, for me, does not know how to... They do not respect champions. Yeah. That you know that from just the Amanda Nunes Ronda Rousey fight. They did not... I totally agree with Joe Rogan when he says that they have to respect the hierarchy. The champion is the champion. You have to give them their respect. And that Amanda Nunes Ronda Rousey, like
she was completely outmatched.
I remember they had put a promotional picture up, and it was like the top half was Ronda Rousey, and then usually the bottom half is going to be somebody, the champion or whatever. But it's her again. It's like her in street gear and her without, and it's like she's back, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, that was the whole thing.
And it was it was the weirdest thing because Amanda Nunes is a great, it's a great story.
She's coming back with a super fight.
Yeah, but Amanda Nunes, she's the first gay champion.
Yeah,
it's like that's a crazy story.
Yeah,
why not push that?
Yeah,
like right there, that's your sport is transcending right there. So why not? Whatever, they don't want to do that. If anything, they're trying to bury her because of what happened with her last fight with Shevchenko. Is that her name? Shevchenko?
Yeah,
she backed out because of some it was a weird thing with her. It was an inner ear problem. And from the research that I did, they were saying that with your ear, it fucks your balance up.
Yeah. That is how you're.
The doctors are saying she's fine, but her coaches are like, "No, man, you're like wobbly and everything. You're gonna go in a fight like that. You get hit one time, you're fucking out."
Yeah, you can be. Yeah, that's bad.
And they say that it happens to her like it's like these things that happen to her. Like it's like a episode, and it just happened to come.
What happens
that day?
That it happened to my dad. Sometimes what starts to happen is they get calcium deposits inside the ear canal.
Yeah.
So inside your ear canal, there's this fluid. That's how your balance is measured.
Right.
So what happens is that a piece of that calcium deposit will break off, and when it gets in there, when it starts floating in there, it throws everything off in the mix.
Right.
So they tell you how to do these exercises where it's these things where you have to like lay a certain way for position your head for like 30 seconds and position it a different way for 30 seconds is to just kind of help it flow out.
That's a crazy fucking thing to have because it just fucks with your whole equilibrium.
Everything. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah,
and for a fighter, just imagine, you have to be balanced.
Common in boxers too.
I would assume. it would be. I would assume that a lot of these fighters, including UFC fighters, because you see a lot of UFC fighters, they have the puffy ears.
Oh yeah.
Because they get hit. Yeah, the
ears.
cauliflower because they get hit so goddamn much.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that they have ear problems
They're
that
supposed
just fuck with them.
to get it drained when that happens.
I saw a fight. It was Kimbo Slice, and he hit a guy so hard his shit exploded.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hanging.
Yeah.
It was crazy. They stopped the fight and everything. It was the craziest shit. I think I seen it was one woman's fight. It was a highlight I saw. And she got her ear split. It didn't explode. Her ear just like right here, it just tore. So it was just hanging. It was very nasty. But the one that with Kimbo Slice, like Kimbo just like his ear was already. You can tell he damaged his ear because it was more puffy than usual. It was like it was insane how the swelling just started. And then he just hit him one time, and that shit just exploded in his fucking fist. Like a fucking car running into somebody.
Like, that shit... the damage that these guys fucking take, and these women take is just ridiculous.
Yeah, you can tell Ronda Rousey, she got kicked in the neck, man.
She was completely unprepared for... you saw her reach for the fucking
plus
bar like 3, 4, 5 times.
You seen that picture of her when she get the kick and she's like, it just looks like she got fucked up.
Yeah, it's just she got robbed.
Something happened right there because it's not normal for your neck just to go like that. I would assume that just fucks you up for the rest of your life.
Like that was crazy.
It wasn't just a normal knockout.
No,
she got fucking shin kicked in the neck. It was like. It was bad. And the punishment she was getting. I saw that fight live and I was just... it was the thing that I was more shocked because, it was just so... I didn't Yeah, go ahead. I didn't expect... my fucking server goes to get some water. I didn't expect Ronda to be so outclassed. Or better yet, let me say it like this: I didn't expect somebody that good to be out there at that moment. Like, I knew Holly Holm was good. I seen fights, and I knew she had an amateur background, or not an amateur, but she had a professional background. She was like a champion. But I just wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting her to just. She outclassed somebody who we thought was the female Mike Tyson.
Yeah, they did like tout her as like the second coming of fighting.
No, they literally thought she was a female Mike, including when she started. When she knocked out Beth Koshea, it really took her to the next level. Because they're like, yo, she's just knocking bitches out. She's just fucking, you know what I'm saying? Everybody thought.
Armbar,
and then it was knocking people out.
Also, what happened with the Amanda Nunes fight, I think, also.
To me, I didn't think she was gonna win.
It exposed the fact that really she's just kind of like a one-trick pony, you could almost say.
Well, no, we saw that with the Holly Holm. We saw that she did it because she wasn't bobbing her head. It was just she was just like standing there. She was jumping, and she was like charging in, jumping, charging in, jumping, charging. And Holly Holm was just like, okay, I'm gonna bob, I'm gonna hit you with the straight every time you come in, and I'm just gonna duck under, and I'm gonna fucking regroup, and I'm gonna keep doing that until you fucking fall. And that last time she did it, she hit her again, and she kind of stumbled, and when she popped back up, she got leg kicked in the neck, and that was it. She was out. She just went limp.
That shit is crazy, bro.
But when she fought Amanda, I think Amanda has this thing that when she punches chicks, those chicks go, oh shit.
Well, yeah, dude.
She's the most devastating puncher in that whole division.
Oh fuck yeah.
When she punches you, you go out.
Is the female Tyson.
The funny thing is Shevchenko is just as good as her. You know what I'm saying? Shevchenko's like, to me, Shevchenko's the more polished fighter. The technique and everything, it's better executed. But Amanda Nunes is just like raw power, and she's a great jiu-jitsu. She's great at jiu-jitsu too. Like, she gets you on the ground, you're fucked. You're fucked. You saw what she did to Miesha Tate. She got Miesha Tate on the ground. She just fucked her up. And Miesha Tate is world class.
Yeah.
But like, you know, Ronda's time is done.
Oh, it's been done. Everybody knows that now.
And but the women's division is, you know what it was, and I had listened to The Fighter and the Kid, and he had and they had it was Brendan Schaub. He had said something. It was just like the evolution of the women's division, and it just happened so quick. Like,
yeah,
it creeped up to the level of the men's, like in 2 years. You know, it was just Ronda, and then boom, like it just evolved.
All these other
women. Just fucking highly evolved chicks are just knocking people out.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And Ronda, like, she was such on a train. I would assume that the whole thing with the movies, like Shannon Sharp said it the best. Like, you can't do it part time. You can't do this UFC thing. You can't do no fighting thing, Bart. That's why I give Mayweather a lot of credit, because as good as he is, you don't see him doing other shit. I mean, if he would pop up for a movie, he'd probably pop up for a cameo once every 10 years. Mm-hmm. And they'd have to pay him a lot of money. Yeah. But he was just focused on my promotion, my boxers, and my career. That's all he cared about. These fighters that are doing it now, like, that's all they care about. And like, I think Ronda's ego started getting to her.
Some people say that she started to believe the hype.
I think she should have changed camps. I really believe that if she would have changed camps, go to a Jackson, go to a fucking a Ledwig, go to somebody. Go to somebody who can just teach you how to fucking box. Because you're there with Edmund, and he's just not. Listen, Edmund's probably a good coach in the field he's in. But the shit he was saying when he was with Holly Holm, when they're in the Holly Holm fight, I thought that was bullshit. Like, he's fucking telling Ronda. So when you saw the fight, you saw the Ronda fight with Holly Holm.
Yeah, but
did you at least see the first round?
Like I said, I do remember seeing the fight, but I don't remember the fight.
Well, so during the first round, she got lit the fuck up. Lit up by all corners. It was Like, it was a type of fucking... It was a fucking fireworks show. Everybody is fucking going in the crowd. Everybody in the crowd is going, oh. Like, it was that type of shit.
True.
Like, she's just pulling off these shits, and everybody's like, holy shit. It's like if Mike Tyson got manhandled. You ever seen Mike Tyson get manhandled? Nope. You've seen somebody punch him and knock him out, though.
Buster Douglas, yeah.
Buster Douglas didn't manhandle him.
Yeah, fair enough. Buster
Douglas, it was a good entertaining fight, and Buster Douglas caught him. But Holly Holm was doing whatever the fuck she wanted to fucking Ronda, and then Ronda couldn't even get her on the ground.
That was crazy.
If that was me, I'd have shit myself. It's like the one thing I know how to do is get you on the ground, and then you just shrug me off. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna be fucked. I'm fucked now. I can't get you on the ground, and that's my number one thing. I'm in Fucksville.
Yeah.
But what are you doing?
Moving the candles out of the way so they're not too close to the cables.
Oh. But yeah, I mean the whole train that she was on, you know, it sucks because now she can't, like, you know, the only way you can be an action movie star is because you're knocking people out. And the moment you're just getting knocked out, I don't think those calls are coming anymore. You'd be like, yo, we want you to be in the next Fast and Furious. You're gonna be knocking out everybody. You're gonna fight Vin Diesel, you're gonna fuck him up.
And then you're gonna get knocked out. Like get kicked in the face. Yeah, that'd be funny.
She's like, just not the neck.
So, what's up with 2K, yo?
I mean, I've been playing it. It's been good.
Any good cards?
I've been popping up a few. I got a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What else did I get? I got a Vlade Divac from the Sacramento Kings. I don't know if you remember that dude. No? He played for the Los Angeles Lakers. Vlade Divac. You don't know who Vlade Divac is? White center? I think he's Russian.
Sounds like it.
But, yeah, I've been enjoying 2K. The whole game thing is, the game industry is crazy right now, though. Because with EA, you know, EA right now is in a lot of shit with the Star Wars thing. No, people are accusing them of doing gambling, forcing gambling on children.
Wait, how?
Saying that, you know, they're comparing the way that you spend real currency to open these packs at random. It's just like gambling, because you're hoping you get that one legendary item, and it's like winning the jackpot. So I kind of get it, you know, because I've spent maybe $200 on 2K just opening packs. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get like LeBron, or I'm trying to get Stephen Curry. You know, it's like you're trying to get the jackpot. Mm-hmm. So to go as far as say it's like gambling, yeah, I get the inclination, but come on, it's video games. It's I would assume it's still. I mean, maybe for some people it's hard. Maybe they can't stop trying to get that fucking number one thing they want to get in the game.
Well, there's always that story of the kid that, you know, rings up like $800 worth of, you know, or like $1,500 worth of charges on Xbox Live and shit.
Oh man, if that ever happened to me, I'd fucking shit myself. I forgot who it was. I think it was Jack Black, and he was saying that he would let his son play like the iPad, the iPad, right? Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah. One day I'm just looking at like my charges. I got $3,000 in charges from it's like a game like Candy Crush. And he calls up the place and he's like, this is my son playing this game. How in the fuck is he spending this much money? Like, his son's like 8 years old and shit. So he got the money back and shit. But it's crazy. Like, you know, you let your kids play this game, and if they do it on purpose or not, like when they're playing it and they lose, it like a thing pops up. Hey, if you press this, it'll automatically charge $5.99. But the one thing they see is like, you'll get 5 more lives, and they just press it because they want 5 more lives. Kid doesn't know. And then he's just like and then he sucks, and then he just loses every time. It's just like
She's like, he gives you like 78 charges.
a $5.99 on fucking Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Dad, I was trying to get to the 5th level. I'm like,
I got the strawberries this time.
it's like, motherfucker, you spent $3,000.
That's fucking insane. But no, like the
I remember I spent $5,000, not $5,000, $5 on, I forgot what game it was. It was like a Final Fantasy game. And I just spent the $5 just so I can get the sword from the jump.
the one that I always, when Angry Birds first came out, like it had already been out for like a year, and then the only thing I did was I spent the 99 cents to get the Big Eagle. And all it was is it's one of those things where it just comes in and destroys everything in one sitting. So, however, after I used it, I couldn't use it for another hour.
So what's the point?
Well, I just had it. It's either
That to me doesn't make sense. If I've already paid for it, why do I have to wait an hour to use it?
that's how it was, and that's the only thing I ever spent like that. Other than that, I've spent is like on podcasts, like my podcast app. I spent 99 cents so that there's no
Commercials
ads or anything like that.
Oh. I don't mind the banner ads. Unless they like stop the thing and play something, then that's annoying.
Sometimes if you the way they set it up, it's underneath a player.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes when you go to reach for the player, you accidentally hit the banner ad and it takes you to the website, and then you gotta, exit out the website, and then go back, and then you know what I'm saying. It pauses the.
Got you.
So it's just annoying. So I was just like, hey, fuck it, I'll support it because I do use it a lot. So.
There was I paid money for games, but I've never spent, besides that one thing on that Final Fantasy game, I've never spent any in-game. I never spent spent money to get like in-game currency or something, or get an item. I paid I remember I paid $2 for this so there was this baseball game. It was really cool. It was it would keep continuously. It was like basketball. You just keep shooting. It would continuously throw you a pitch, and you got to just hit all these home runs. So the moment that you miss, I think 2 home runs, it stops, and they calculate your score.
Mm-hmm.
But there was different levels and better baseball players, and it was free. But it's if you pay $2, you get the full game, you get everything.
Sure.
So I paid $2, and I got the whole thing. And mind you, that was the game I played all throughout high school. 4 years. When I got when phones first started playing apps and games, it was a really just a normal. You just swipe, boom, that's all. Swipe up to fucking bat. It wasn't no they have controllers here on the left side. Now you can fucking use your shit like an emulator. You can play Game Boy games.
Yeah, that's what I used to have on my old phone.
I was playing Pokemon Yellow the fucking other day, trying to beat that shit.
I was playing. That's why. Remember, I was telling you I was playing Fire Red.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I was doing it on my phone.
That's crazy how far we've come.
Ridiculous, the way you can just have that now.
It's crazy how games it's now become a thing where it's everybody does it now. It used to be back in the day, it's you're just wasting your time playing games.
Well, because that was the generation that didn't have, that was coming from the generation that didn't grow up with them. We grew up with them. So for us, it's I just got this new game. It's not
my mom hated me playing games. My dad, though, would get me games that, what my dad did? My dad would get me, soccer games, and then play with me practice mode and teach me shit. Because he was a soccer player.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd teach me, let me show you this move, or let me show you how to do this. And I was he was teaching me while playing.
Sure.
So that's why when I hear those arguments about, oh, it's not good for you, I'm maybe you're just a terrible parent.
It's all in how you do it. How much you allow people to do it. But I remember
there's a lot of educational games back in the day.
I remember once my brother, my other older brother, I was playing the Digimon game for PlayStation.
Oh man. They had Digimon games for the PlayStation?
Yeah, it was a Digimon fighting game, and like, it was kind of like in the same format as, in the same style in that is like Tenkaichi 3.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, Budokai 3.
So you're telling me there was a Digimon game?
It didn't look like that. What I'm saying is that it had the same thing where you can evolve into the next.
But it's like you're fighting each other. It's a one-on-one.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And I loved the shit out of that game when I was playing it. So I remember he comes in, right? It's daytime. He comes in, and he's like, all right, I'm leaving for work. He's like, all right, bye. So bye. So he leaves. So then I'm playing the game, and I'm playing the game, and playing the game. And then he comes in again. And he goes, have you been sitting here this entire time? And I'm like, huh? He goes, what time is it? Yeah. I think it was that one.
I've seen this one before. I just never picked it up.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
I did not know that game. For everybody that's not watching, it's Digimon World for the PlayStation 1 back in the day. Fucking came with a Digi-Paddle game card. Okay.
The third. Look at the third screenshot there, up top. No, up top. No, to the left. That one.
Oh, so that's how it was. That's pretty dope. I never knew that they did that. Oh, look at that. They even had the fucking ones from... Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, totally.
They were way more advanced.
It was the same thing. You, like, build up the bar, the spirit bar, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and you got to evolve into the next thing. For a little bit. And, you maximize as much as you can your damage with the... there you go. Yeah.
Oh, this is dope.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking great. So then my brother comes in. He's like, "Have you been?"
It's kind of like Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Oh, okay. He's evolving.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And now you get like special. And then you have like special attacks.
I know you guys can't see this, but next week when we have video, whenever we put something up, we'll show you. But like, this is dope. If you guys want to check out what we're watching, it's Digimon Royal Rumble, Digimon Rumble Arena game sample on YouTube. So it's pretty dope. I mean, it looks like Super Smash Brothers with Digimon.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
With a little bit of cutscenes from like the Street Fighter-ish. Or the Marvel vs. Capcom type.
Take, boom, and then you get to evolve into the next thing.
That's dope. That's really dope. They took a lot of things from a lot of games and just mushed it together.
So so listen, let me finish the story. So then, my brother comes in, leave it playing. My brother comes in, he's like, have you been sitting here this entire time? And then I look over, and then I see that it's nighttime outside.
Yeah, that's how it used to be back in the day.
I'm like, yeah. He goes, he's like, Steven, I worked 8 hours.
Jesus.
And drove through traffic and everything. And I'm like, I came here. He's like, I went to work and came back and you're still here. And I'm like, it's a good game.
It's a good game. I can see myself getting immersed in this shit.
Oh, dude.
It's funny, the games back in the day, they didn't really need to do much to get you there. Like, that's why I feel like we're spoiled at this point as gamers.
Bro. I remember.
I get bored with games. I like The Witcher. If I had a game like The Witcher 3 back in the day, I'd have fucking lost my mind.
I was telling Trevor last night, as a matter of fact, that I found myself getting frustrated when I was playing Arkham Knight, because it would be like, okay, I need to go from me to you, but before I go to you, I have to go across the street, and then to Chicago, and then to Dubai, and then come back to Tampa, and then I get to go to you. Like, they put up all these all these obstacles within obstacles, and you have to do them a certain way in certain ones or whatever. And I found myself getting frustrated, and I just remember going like, I just want to whip ass. And that's all I ever end up doing. Like with Arkham City, because I'm not trying to get the all of the Riddler trophies. I get them whenever, once in a while. But
for Arkham, what was the second one?
Arkham City.
I got all the Riddler ones for that one. It took me a while. You know what I did? I went on YouTube and I just looked at walkthroughs.
True.
There was actually a guy who got them all. And he recorded all of it. He just showed you exactly where each one of them were.
I've totally done that. I've done that for missions.
It's just so fucking.
I remember in Assassin's Creed, like one of the first Assassin's Creed games. I remember like going through the walkthroughs and stuff like that. I remember it killed the entire strategy guide market.
Right. Like I played this one.
Oh, true. Yeah, see, I would have been mad as fuck if I played this, because that's just like Pokemon or like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I love those type of games. Those turn-based. Love them.
Not a fan.
Final Fantasy X was my like a lot of people say who are big Final Fantasy fans. They say 7 is their favorite because of Cloud and everything. You know, it was big name. It was like one of the legendaries characters. So like, but 10 though. 10 was the chef's when the graphics were fucking amazing.
Yeah, I remember in 8, this jump from 7 to 8.
That's when PS2 was like really showing you their power.
Yeah, that's the reason why it's the greatest selling console of all time.
PS2, I miss the days where I would get a game and it would be like any fucking game and it would be dope. I would rarely find a game where I was like, man, this shit is bullshit.
Well, see, the thing is, I never like bought that many games, to be honest with you. And if I did buy games, it was very sparingly, and most of them would say. You know,
I'm lucky. My mom and my dad would like they would be reasonable. I'd be reasonable with them. I wouldn't get like brand new games. Just, you know, $60 is a lot of money. Mm-hmm. It was like to my parents, it was a bill. Mm-hmm. But like I would always get the games on sale, like $20, $10, $15, and there'd be some good games. Mm. That's why I used to love PS2 is because they used to have so many games and it'd be cheap. Like I got a couple games where my parents like my parents would go all out for Christmas. I'd get like 4 or 5 brand new games, and those games would last me maybe 2 years. Like they got me NCAA basketball 2003 or some shit. I played that shit for 2 years. I didn't even get the next one. I was like, fuck it, I'm over here on my 15th season. Fuck gives a fuck about that next one.
I still play what do you call it, Madden 10.
I haven't played Madden. Like, I've played Madden off and off, but I haven't owned a Madden since Michael Vick was on the cover. The first time.
True.
I think he was on the cover again. I'm not sure. But, like, the first time when he was with Atlanta, that was the last time that was my favorite Madden, too. Great game. But, like, bring it back to EA. Just, you know, with those EA games, man. They made games back in the day better. EA has made a lot of good games, but over the years, as it's gone by, it's just it's like they don't give a fuck.
Well, it's a lot more geared towards mobile platforms now.
It's not really that. It's just like for their older models that like Madden, it's just a copy and paste now every year.
Look at that shit.
Yeah, that shit's
the different maps and everything.
That's really dope. But like Madden, like, you know, the different years that they've done recently, it's just been a copy and paste. It hasn't really been like, and to me it hasn't gotten better. It's gotten more complicated to play the game compared to like back in the day. It used to be just like, you know, I'm not trying to say like we're idiots or anything, but it's just like, you know, it's a football game. You don't have to have so many goddamn controllers to do one thing. Like if I was being tackled now, you gotta tap Y and then tap B, and it's like just tackle me.
You ever seen those like elite controllers with the fucking triggers on the back?
Oh yeah, they're called the big gaming company that does this, Scuff Gaming. They do it mostly for Call of Duty.
Microsoft does one for Xbox.
No, they do.
I was gonna get it.
Yeah, it's an elite one, right?
Yeah, and it's black, and you can change.
Yeah, they've been doing that for. See that the Xbox is doing it at a more affordable price. I think like how much? It's like $100. You know,
like that, yeah.
Scuff controllers for like Call of Duty are like fucking $250. It's great because let me show you Scuff controllers. It's like you just don't get a controller. You know, they just don't give you this and then you can press buttons on the back. It's not just that.
Is it for specific consoles or?
Yeah, you can do I think they just
Or is it universal?
they do mostly Xbox and PlayStation because that's mostly what Call of Duty's on. They do mostly like multiplayer. It's a professional controller to use for if you're a pro gamer, basically. But their controllers are beautiful, man. Like, if you really want to get a beautiful controller, like whatever you want on it, Scuff Gaming is the way to go. I've seen some crazy. Look at this shit. These are some crazy fucking controllers. Look at that shit. They can make it wider for you as a PlayStation. That's crazy how they can customize it for you. All the pros use it. But these shits are expensive. Look how they fucking send that to you.
Go to the Xbox ones.
$279.95.
Go to the Xbox ones.
What you want? The Infinity, the Elite, the Hybrid.
Go to the Elite.
So the Elite's alright. So their controllers basically they have triggers on the back, and you can program them to whatever you want on the back. So instead of you going like this, you're just like.
Okay, so the Elite controller for the Xbox ones from Microsoft, same exact setup, triggers in the back. However, they're not down. They're not. See how those are coming down from like the battery pack?
Right.
They're posted on the side by the grips.
Oh, that's weird.
Like no. They're posted so that when you're grabbing them, you can set up right there at the grips. It's right there. So it's basically an extension of just this part. So now you get to use these fingers right here, like this. Like
okay, that's kind of. I'd have to get used to that though.
Yeah. There is. I'm sure there's.
Well, these are all custom. Some really nice looking controllers, man. I have a friend who's played it, right? Look how they fucking play. Like, fucking Xbox controller. Let me pull this some bitch out. That's crazy. Like, how do you play like that?
Well, you don't. That's what I'm saying. So you don't have
No, that's the safety. That's the best way to play. They say for your hands, for carpal tunnel.
Really?
Improves your game and avoids parental hand injuries.
Huh.
So it says the Scuff controller was designed with the safety in mind. We wanted to create a controller that allowed gamers to use more of their hand and is safe and aerodynamic. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Aerodynamic?
No, it's
ergonomic.
Through the addition of the back pedals and the trigger stop mechanisms, which achieve our goal and reduce the need of excessive, uncontrollable hand movement. Yeah, that's true. Because if I'm doing a lot of this. At least with this hand, I'm moving like. But if I do it like this, I'm not really. It's weird though. Like I can see how they would do it, but I would I'd have to.
It would, I would do it like this. Because I kind of do that anyways. Here, give me a control.
I get it. So basically, you have to. It's like you're leaning like
you
this.
Incorporate your middle finger, yeah.
You're supposed to. I think you're supposed to have this in between, because you can kind of press both of them whichever way if you just lean.
Like I always kind of do I kind of do something like this.
That's weird. I could never play like that. I've seen have you ever played Nintendo 64? People used to play where they hold the middle of the controller and then press. For the life of me, I don't know how people play like that.
I used to do that. Yeah, I used to use the joystick.
Oh man, it would look so weird to me. It would look because I'm just like what the. Like I would just use like I'm holding a regular controller, but I used to see people hold the middle of the fucking thing, and I'm like, what the fuck, like. Like look at these. Damn, these look like. Like look at this shit. This shit looks so dope. Pay $149 for a controller?
No.
If you had the money.
Sure, if I had the money.
Some people, I know some people would just be like, fuck that. I'm just getting a $40 controller. Over 90% of pro players use Scuff. That's crazy. Trusted by the pros. Like, the one thing I know about pro gamers, man, if you don't have any sponsorships, you better be winning some fucking tournaments, because that's really the only way you're going to make money.
True.
because these guys, you know, the people that I've seen that I watch that are pro gamers, they're all sponsored. I mean, they're on a team that's already sponsored, but they themselves are sponsored by people. Because I'll tell you this much: most pro gamers are all YouTubers. You know who they're powered by? Audio Technica. Audio Technica is like they lock down the gaming scene. At least like for a big, they have a team called Team Caliber. I follow his the owner of it. Like he was a big YouTuber. I've been watching him since he was like 90,000 fucking followers, and now he's at like I think he's at 1 million by now.
Sure.
But no, I've been watching him for like a while. So like he would vlog when he would go to these like gaming shits, like the tournaments, Texas and everything. It'd be a big fucking event, and they have some crazy sponsors. Like they got energy drink people there. They got the fucking Scuff Gaming's always there, and then you know there's other representatives. I would definitely love to go to a gaming tournament. I haven't been to a Call of Duty one, and I would say since Call of Duty Black Ops. Well, how long has that been?
Oh,
like 7 years, maybe. I want to say like 5 years. I want to say like 5 years. But yeah, I haven't. It's been since that time. There was one in Orlando I went to. Black Ops came out in 2010, so it's been 7 years. About to be 8.
When in 2010?
November 9th. So it just became 7 years.
So just 7 years.
Man, it's been a long time, man. But back in the day when I went there, it wasn't as big. It's not as big as now. Nowhere near as big as now. Now it's crazy. They fucking had the FIFA World Tournament in the Coliseum.
People are making a living off this shit now. It's crazy.
It was in the finals was in the Coliseum. These fucking guys are playing on humongous screens. Shits that should be in the fucking Cowboy Stadium. And they're playing on that. They have 2 of them. It's crazy. Like, I seen that shit and I'm like, holy fuck. They're just playing FIFA. Like, it's crazy. I don't think they have something like that for NBA, but I know FIFA, different with soccer. They go overboard.
It's crazy. How much time we done?
Hour and 6 minutes. Go like maybe 20 minutes.
How much?
Hour and 6 minutes.
Oh, sure. Not bad.
How much what's the most you spent gaming wise in one sitting?
What do you mean?
You went to the store and you like, you know what, I'm gonna get something. You go to GameStop, like how much have you spent in one purchase?
Probably recently. Well, I mean, does layaway count?
Yeah, I mean like you go in and you just come out with a bunch of shit.
I've never really done that. I mean, just when I've gone to get games, that's it. Like, just as far as just gaming purchases, like the most recent one would be my Xbox One. I got the Xbox One. I got 3 games for it, and I got what do you call it? And then I also got the live subscription for the year.
The live subscription for the year?
Mm-hmm. So that was an extra $60. It's either that or $9.99 a month. And I'm like, why would you ever do that?
I mean, if you can't afford the thing right at that moment, I'd just do the $9.99 a month. Like right now, I'm $9.99 a month on my Xbox.
Maybe because I didn't play I don't play online really.
Yeah, like
I can live without it. But
like,
now most games like require it almost.
If you want to play online, that's it. Like right now, like for people,
You can kill
for people that what's it called? If you just want to play like story mode games, you can play story mode games. You just can't go online. But like for my PlayStation, I have the year. My Xbox, I'm paying $9.99 a month. But the reason why I'm paying $9.99 a month because I'm actually gonna cut it off. Because right now I'm gonna focus on games that I have on my PlayStation for my channel. and I'm not gonna really be playing the Xbox like that, so I'm just gonna cut it off.
Sure.
Like, unless you tell me you're gonna be playing Grand Theft Auto a lot, then I'll probably keep it on to play with you. But who knows, because you don't really hop on a lot.
Yeah.
You hop on like once every fucking blue moon. And usually when you do, you don't even play an online game. You probably have hopped on plenty of time playing Batman or another game that's not even online.
Yeah, like right now I was. Well, no, I just been playing. What do you call it? GTA. Really, that's really the last game I played.
I just played.
FIFA, I like. I thought FIFA. To be honest with you, it's funny. I thought FIFA would be like. Almost like you'd have like 2K vision.
What do you mean?
Like, like the 2K camera style. Which I think you can do, right?
It'd be weird to play like that though. I would never play like that.
Right, because your entire scope of vision, field of vision is completely cut off.
Funny thing is, they used to play like that. There used to be a lot of games back in the day that play like that. It never was side to side. It used to be from the goal side to the other goal side. But that was back in the day when graphics weren't really like all that, so I think it was better that way. Plus, I think it was easier for you to show what a smaller, narrower vision than the whole thing at once. As graphics got better, you could show the whole thing.
What are they doing?
I think they're setting up their team.
Alright.
Because it's an ultimate team. So you know how, remember when I played? See, I think they just got started. Like, I haven't been into many tournaments. I've been in a Call of Duty tournament one time, but I just entered that shit. I didn't even get far. Mainly because of my team. My friends were really big Call of Duty people. And if they weren't really that great. I was the only one that really invested my time in Call of Duty. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of wish back in the day I got on the YouTube tip from the beginning with my call, because I was playing Call of Duty so fucking much, and I was trash talking so fucking much because I was murking motherfuckers. Black Ops was my favorite. I was over here I was getting like 40 kills, feeling like the shit. I know that's not a lot because I've seen people fucking get like 60, 70 kills on average, but like, yeah, I used to come out here and like play domination, where you got to dominate one side of the map. And it's like interchangeable, and they go to halftime, and it's like, and I used to play that shit. I used to murk motherfuckers. But yeah, I don't know what it is about games like that. Call of Duty was the one that really hooked me on online. It wasn't like any sports game. I got onto the sports games after Call of Duty. Something about Call of Duty, it was just like so crazy how you just jump in the game. And you're just murking guys. It's fucking lighting motherfuckers up on fire. Like, and they got crazier and crazier as time went by.
That's crazy. First goal.
I don't even know who the fuck he was using.
He just copied LeBron.
Yeah, they got that shit in this game.
That's funny. But.
Oh, they're using Legends. Fucking over here using George Best.
It's funny, we at the pawn shop we have we have displays, TVs displayed out. You know how you've been there.
Yeah.
So we had games, consoles set up, and we just have games. So we have 2K15. We have 2K15 playing, right? And we just leave it on, so it's just on demo mode.
Yeah.
So at least once, maybe twice a day, we get somebody, when they come in there, they're like, "Oh snap, I didn't know they were playing today." Who? And like sometimes it'll be like the Heat or the Cavs or something like that. They're like, "Oh shit, I didn't know that the Heat was playing today. They playing right now? What's the score?" I'm like, "What?" They're like, and I look at, I'm like, "Oh no," and I'm like, "No, that's a video game." They're like, "What? That's a video game?" Yeah.
What in tarnations?
Yeah,
Like they never seen the video game.
Well, it's not even so much that. It's just that they've got, like, at least with like 2K, the graphics and because on demo mode it just gives you the side to side.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's
So
true.
it looks like
so it looks like a for a real game.
It just looks like and with the if we had the sound on with the commentary and everything too, you know, the crowd and all that shit, totally.
That's the one thing. Like the games have gotten so much more realistic. It's crazy.
And it's funny
including for NBA, like they do it to the fucking shot form now.
Oh, dude, it's ridiculous. It's funny because it says demo mode on the bottom. You know.
That's true.
While it's doing that,
they probably think it's the TV.
Thank you. Yes, they think it's just like a thing, like a DVD play, a Blu-ray playing for the television, like a display. Because
hilarious.
We have one game on a splitter. And the other one we have it on what do you call it? A movie, and then another one we have a video game, the 2K.
Gotcha.
But it's just funny, at least once or twice a day.
Oh shit, Kings is playing? They playing the Lakers?
Whoa. or get somebody to be like, whoa. Hold on. I thought so and so went to this team. And I'm like, yeah, this is 2K15, bro. He's like, oh wait, this a game? It's always
this a motherfucking game.
It's a video game? I'm like, yeah, man.
Oh, I don't know. I think that's just stupid people.
Nah, come on.
I'm sorry.
I mean, dude, to be honest with
you,
maybe
at first I'd give it to them for a first glance.
And when you look at it at first glance, bro, the physics of the game, when it's just a passive viewer, the physics of the game. If you look at it from afar, it just looks like a game just being broadcasted. You know, if you really pay attention, you can see certain movements. They're like robotic and stuff like that, and animated like a computer. But for the most part, the pace of the game and everything like that, it's right up there.
I don't know,
dude. I'm telling you.
I think they're just idiots. I think they have a deficiency.
Oh God. Or they probably have a deficiency.
They need some vitamin C. They need something.
He needs some milk.
He needs some calcium.
Oh Lord. But yeah. Shit is crazy. Alright, so.
Yeah, man. It's been in, an hour or something?
Something like that, yeah.
It's been a good first episode. We just talked a lot of bullshit. Which is what I want to do.
You know, so it's the Parental Advisory Podcast, and this is just a little taste, a little soupçon, just a little appetizer.
A little soupçon, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Little appetizer to what we got. We're gonna get buck wild and crazy, and all that other good stuff. We're
gonna be doing video hopefully next week or the week after, but video's coming.
Yeah. We're
Somebody forgot some equipment.
Yeah, we're gonna get it popping. So don't worry, guys. But yeah, so thanks for hanging out with us, and we're gonna. We'll see you when we see you. So.